Side of the story, Wolverine football beat writer Angelique Chengelis of the Detroit News, kind enough to join us, despite the fact that she's battling a little bit of an in-season head cold. Sometimes you got to play hurt when you have a top 10 matchup. Speaking of hurt, there's some good injury news, I understand, Angelique, for Michigan when it comes on both sides of the ball. First, Brian Monet, and maybe even Drake Johnson as well.
You're right, Rick. I mean, Brian Monet has been out since the Hawaii game. He was injured. Looked like his left knee, and I'd seen him a couple weeks ago. Actually, had been seen about 3 weeks ago on crutches, and I saw him a few weeks ago, and he was walking without the use of crutches and just had a small brace on his left knee. And Jim Harbaugh said Monday that they are very hopeful that Monet gets back, and he is a vital piece of this defensive line, as everyone knows. So I think that would be a huge coup to have Monet back to face Wisconsin on Saturday. And Drake Johnson is another guy who has not played yet in 4 games. He's had I think everybody knows Drake Johnson's history. 2 ACLs, and he had the forklift incident, the strange incident earlier in the spring. And Harbaugh said he's had a soft tissue injury that happened before the first game, and now he's back. He was in uniform last week, Rick, but he didn't play. But it sounds like he's closer to being back to playing shape.
Somewhat lost in Michigan's recent success and all the ado about Jim Harbaugh's return to Ann Arbor is the fact that this team has not enjoyed a win over a top 10 opponent in nearly 8 calendar years. Angelique, how is that changing the approach that Harbaugh and the team are taking this week?
Well, Rick, you know, they're playing it down a little bit. But that said, I mean, the players said Harbaugh has told them to embrace the rankings and enjoy, you know, where they're sitting way atop the standings and saying, look, there's a rung, there's another rung above you and above you. So he knows that this is a valuable win. If Michigan can beat Wisconsin, and perhaps there's some movement in that top 3, that's always possible after the Louisville-Clemson game, and they can keep moving up and getting the next prize, which is what Harbaugh's he's always dangling that carrot. But yes, this would absolutely be a signature win. The players know it. They know that the drought is very long indeed.
Angelique Chengelis, kind enough to join us from the Detroit News. Angelique, good news today is a non-contact practice day for you. Get better soon.